Vignette number 107 from Zen Is Right Here, Teaching Stories and Anecdotes of Shunryu Suzuki. After a lecture, a young man asked Suzuki Roshi what he thought about LSD. All he said was, "Enlightenment is not a state of mind." That's from Ken Spiker. He heard that at Sokoji around 1965. Now, Suzuki never said much against psychedelics. If people were like totally into it and like really into like the whole psychedelic thing and everything, he might say a few discouraging things. I think it was Jack Van Allen's wedding where he gave sort of a stern anti getting high admonition after the lecture, but it was just full of, Haight-Ashbury people. Jack was associated with people who did the straight theater, which many people, you won't know what that was. But the straight theater, believe it or not, was anything but straight. It was a theater there on Haight Street. As a matter of fact, I sold a couple of kilos of marijuana to the manager, the guy who owned it, and he stiffed me. He gave me a little, then he said that's all he had, come back, and then I couldn't get it. And then one day I went back, and he took me just to give me some money, like a block away around a corner, and he still didn't give it all. I finally gave up. But anyway, I didn't do that much. I was raising money to buy, actually the horse pasture at that point. Lori Palmer and I sold, he sold a lot more than me. He had some pretty high-level clients. We sold about 13 kilos of Acapulco Gold. And then Katagiri heard about it. He gave a strict, he didn't give a whole talk about it. He just said, that's not right. We don't do that. But, we weren't against grass or acid. We didn't take a lot because we were going to the Zendo. I stopped taking acid. I'd say a few months after I came to Zen Center, I had my last acid trip. And Suzuki, he knew there were lots and lots of people coming to him that were very sincere students and seemed to have, he respected. They had the bodhicitta, that drive for enlightenment, which you can see here. They'd experienced something which turned them on. And he especially respected people that, took psychedelics for what they were good for. It was like an initiation that turns you on and makes you go, oh, I have to take this seriously. And that's what I did. I realized I wasn't going to get anywhere by continuing to take psychedelics. Very profound experiences. I am not against the psychedelics at all. I haven't had any since 1967 in February, I think. A couple of times, a little bit. I had a little bit of mushrooms once in Thailand in 1988. A little mild trip. And I had some tea that I had made from peyote once in about 1972. Uh, and both of those were a lot stronger than I thought. But anyway, I wasn't into it anymore. I wasn't turning to psychedelics. Um, and like he says, enlightenment's not a state of mind. It uh, to him, enlightenment was practice. Enlightenment was cultivating oneself to wake up, and it was not something that just happens and then everything's perfect. But he never would say actually what it was because he couldn't. Anyway, those are some thoughts I had thinking about that. I'm very grateful to LSD because it helped lead me to, I had other good influences, to the steps of Sokoji. This has been a Cuke Audio mini podcast with the pitter patter of rain in the background. I'm DC Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, coming to you from sleepy Sanur, and I'm watching the inauguration just about to happen in an hour, and I didn't go upstairs to my studio. I just put on some earplugs, and I'm making this real quick, and I'm going to go back to watching it. And noon in Washington will be 1 a.m. here in Bali. And we're all wishing you and yours. Who's we all, did I say? No. I'm coming to you from sleepy Sanur with Dog Aunt Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and dear lovely Katrinka, and we're all, and actually everybody in Bali, and actually everybody in the whole universe is wishing you and yours and all of us a grand awakening.